Okay, we've been joined by Comrade Bonnie Ozon Kwako, Yawabo President General Emeritus Enugu Community Development Union (ECDU), Ibukwase National Liaison Officer, Anambra State Association of Town Unions, ASATU for Anambra Central Senatorial Zone, Secretary, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Esano Unizik Branch, and a recipient of so many awards. Good morning and welcome to Press Review.
Good morning. This morning.
All right, moving on to taking a recap of the trending stories from the ABS website, www.absradiotv.com. We'll take a recap of the stories once again before we go on to open up the phone lines and the WhatsApp number. The headlines from there is Anambra State Bursary and Scholarship Fund Management Agency Bill passes second reading at State Assembly.
Anambra State Government embarks on building data portal.
Governor Soludo congratulates ABGA National Chairman Barrister Sly Izokenwa on his birthday.
First rain. University lecturer Igu cautions farmers against embarking on planting of crops.
The tricycle operators owners hail launch of Operation Udo Gachi.
Federal government directs controllers of works to dismantle speed calming devices. These are the trending ones from absradiotv.com. You can take it from there.
Yeah, let's take it from our own ABS. They say charity begins at home.
Yeah, sure.
Anambra State Government, Anambra State Bursary and Scholarship Fund Management Agency passes second reading at the bill, second reading at National State Assembly. Yes. When we are in the university, we used to envy our counterparts, especially from Niger Delta, because this is short of bursary. They were getting it right then. And some of us from Anambra State and the other, states that were not known for this bursary, we were like, did we offend anybody? Did we offend our state government? But now, this present administration has thought it, wise to, of course, follow this part and again back it up with legislation. It's not through executive order. When we come to that, the man in America, he's signing so many executive orders now. I keep on asking people, so it's not yet to Huru. So our governor is somebody that believes in rule of law. So I urge the State Assembly to expedite action. Of course, it's as the second reading of the bill has been taken, and every other thing that is necessary to make this bill to scale through. I pray that the members of the State Assembly will give it expedited action so that it will see the light of the day, so that our children and youth in higher institutions and other institutions of learning can access bursary. The parents these days cannot do it alone. It's part of palliative to be extended to the students. The students are also considered when you come to this gesture. So it's a step in the right direction. What I could not access, let the upcoming generation assess it. So we'll give a bagam to the state government. As the men and kudos.
Oh, yes.
So this is a step in the right direction.
And the bagam goes.
Yeah, it goes, exactly. Then the second issue I want to touch here, still on the ABS website, is the Operation Udogachi has just been launched. The ABS crew and the other media organizations, both local and national, we are at International Convention Center on Saturday, and the governor spoke passionately. I think 3 events took place that day: the signing of, the launching of this Operation Dogachi, the inauguration of Anambra State Executive Council, and the Traditional Relax Council under a new chairman, and other issues. But I have to talk on security. Any government that does not take the security of lives and property serious, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So this is a step in the right direction. In fact, as I can tell you that we have started seeing action.
Yeah.
But I want to caution against human rights abuse. You know, when this kind of operation starts, we hail it, and sometimes this hailing will get into the heads of the operators of these security outfits, and they tend to, go to abuse human rights. If somebody now say, Obutalapo took something from my shop without proper investigation, they will go and start extrajudicial activities.
Yeah.
So we heard this operation, but we also ask those at the helm of affairs, those who are guiding this operation, to make sure that the operators, when you give somebody arms, the tendency to misuse that arms is there. But I believe they are well trained. They were screened from the communities. Communities made representation, brought out people. They were screened. Some people made it, some people did not make it. So they were subjected on that thorough security screening. And this operation, it has started. And the governor also gave a kind of amnesty that if you are willing to drop your arms within so time, within so period, that we can rehabilitate you. So I, encourage these youths who are into this criminality, who are into this, all sorts of violent activities, kidnapping, rituals, to please eschew this and use this opportunity of this amnesty window and come out from the bush.
Yeah.
The governor is a man of principle. He has promised that these people are to be rehabilitated. But if you wait and this opportunity elapses, then you are to blame if anything happens to you. So once again, these two issues coming from state government is a step in the right direction. Every well-meaning Anambrarian, every Nigerian residing in Anambra State and elsewhere should applaud this. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, time to join the conversation. Call us on 0706 5381 320.
Or you can call us on 0904 956 0826. You can as well send us WhatsApp messages to the number 0705 113 8812. Remember, when you call, move away from your radio set, tell us your name, give us a location, and go on to give us your opinion on the trending stories. And when you do so, no name calling, attack the headlines and not the personalities in the stories.
Hello. Okay, please call us back. It's a network issue. We didn't cut you off. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning this morning.
Like a random studio, I've been watching them there. I'm Alakamba.
We've been watching them, Meredalo.
We come to Tiano Matadis security and no one, the last time. So when I go for governor, I had them meeting in the governor's forum. Come on, that leveling sister state, but I didn't vote because I live with Sierra to Sierra. Our town, so much band with the other states. And after the year, now they are very hot. So that communities in question from their own states, in the Anambra state and the whole Southeast Yaka, fight these criminals.
Dalo. Okay. Anybody there?
No.
Okay. All right, let's move over to the national. Okay, somebody is here. Hello. Can you tune down the volume on your radio set or move away from your radio set? Hello? Sorry, it's too early to start breaking the rules. You know the rules of the game. If you want to call us, you tune down the volume on your radio set or move away from your radio set. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir. My name is Chief Kawachu. I'm calling from Ebenezer.
You're welcome.
What I want to ask is procedure of this land recertification in Anambra State. And I like the program so far. Also, I want to commend the governor of Anambra State for the establishment of the new security outfit.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't tell us your name and location. Hello?
Okay.
Okay. He's no longer here.
Hello.
Hello, Tutu Amandi.
Tutu Amandi.
I don't know, I'm
No, Emeka.
I'm making in those state of assembly. We have totally education from after party, second year. When I watch you, all got third section, car park, yeah. Because you come out, I'm alone, I don't show we are news, everything can go. When the book I'm a issue, but now when I like finish, I don't know the question. I make a
Dalo, for making it snappy too.
That's good.
Yeah, straight to the point. Okay, let's welcome this person before we take a look at the national dailies. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Chief Anambra, journalist, which legend Dr. Casey I'm calling from my brother.
Yeah.
I'm very express my delight and happiness for the way the state government is delivering always the development. There's no particular issue where it's left us. And what I want people to is reading yesterday, just before the death. Okay, on Monday, that is last Monday, I met those young current police officers or security. The important thing they need to know is to train them and reward them and monitor them to avoid taking bribes or go arrest unnecessary people. This is a fundamental thing. Now, our security bodies, before, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Our security bodies, like other security bodies, like police and the when they started down there, and a former army officer of the Biafra. So what happened is that when they check them, telling that the next governor set up a committee that will declare themselves. They will not hand over anymore the police for the trial and prosecution. They government institute another body after the trial the army officers or police joint to stay as a different body. These are a lot of their case. It's totally unconstitutional because by the they don't do anything but demanding money. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution this morning. Let's also welcome to today's press review Anambra Choka Uzezi, senior lecturer, Nnamdi Azikiwe University here in Awka. Welcome to press review.
Obo, good morning, our viewers. You're welcome to.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
So let's share your thoughts on the trending headlines from absradiotv.com before we move over to the national dailies.
Yeah, nke masị m karịa bụ ihe gbasalụ bursary federal government nke pasigo second reading House of Assembly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, mana ana m ayọkwa bursary a ya bụ etinyezina bursary maka ụmụ courses dị aṅa a na-achụjebasị law engineering nke nwa a na-akpọ ihe na bursary bụrụ maka courses na-address problems ga-help ndị be anyị isolve ihe dịka how do we utilize dịka agriculture amala aspect of resources anyị nwere ọ ya bụ onye nwecha training nwee ike ọ nataba anyị na Anambra maọbụ na Nigeria welu ihe anyị nwere enwe wee solve our own problem ka ọ bụ na onye jeje welu scholarship ma ọ bụ nye bursary for onye na-agụ aeronautical engineering ma petroleum engineering ma nye nwere ofu mkpụrụ serious refinery here in the state. So ka ọ bụrụ ihe ọ bụrụ bursary for especially students whether indigent or not, or scholarship for ndị ihe focus on solving or addressing problems with challenge, especially when it comes to housing problems, agricultural problems, and health problems, and ndị nọ education ya ndị ihe gbasara nkụzi n'ọzụzụ ebe ma esi etinye karịa anya first before ejebezi ebe ndị ọzọ ihe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche nke ahụ bụrụ ofu. Then nke ọzọ bụkwa ihe gbasalụ ugbo na-abịanụ atụmatụ the lecturer kwuru maka nya ihe gbasalụ ọrụ ugbo na-afa abịa maka na a na-ekwu ọnwa na-ekwu ibia na-anya fụ science are coming before you know it March atụnye n'ọkpa olu ugbo. So ọ kịta ka ebido sensitization Government should bring up all his arsenal, use all possible media, prepare get all the resources ready. The seeds they need, you implements, fertilizer, everything they need. Train kuzilendo mad obro milituziana na we bido malunka yemena nke malaria they need a focus crops they need focus, especially in the scarcity nya na ron ke galaga na ron focus on it so that aman otu ihe na esi wanyike ka enwe at least abundance of food this year anaba n'ime ka organically iji bando madara.
All right, over now to the Daily Times. Again, Tinubu mediates in a Wike Fubara face-off. Wike commissions 11-kilometer Yangoli Sukuku Ebe Road, Lord's Kwali residents for support. Just 3 points there. Finally, FG moves to digitalize visa application.
From the Punch, we have bandits in flux. Amotekun mobilizes 2,000 men to comb southwest forests. Core 6 advanced technology arms better equipment to tackle insecurity in region. Tinubu promises fairness as Ogoni oil exploration plan resumes. How a refined ex-COS laundered 3.9 billion naira forex proceeds. This coming from ICPC. Immigration arrests 90 foreigners for cybercrime in Rivers. Supreme Court hears Wike Fubara loyalists appeals February 10th. NNPCL raises petrol price to 990 naira in FCT and 960 naira in Lagos. Federal government seeks stronger U.S. ties amid Trump's deportation threats. Rural areas suffer blackouts despite 14 billion naira power spending. And finally, from the Punch, Nigeria's public debt hits 142 trillion naira as borrowing rises.
Okay, from Daily Independent, our hospitals will soon be empty of doctors, nurses, CMDs lament. Tinubu steers economy in right direction to stay course. That's from Bagudu. Alleged sale of FG assets in Kano tears workers' company apart. Workers petition Attorney General of the Federation, Kano government. We followed due process in our transactions, MDNRC property. Railway Workers Union president says petitioners are faceless. Senate warns conduct of national census this year. Tinubu meets Ogoni leaders pledges to combat environmental degradation. Fubara, Wike Magnus, Abe attend the meeting. FG alerts public on confirmed anthrax outbreak in Zamfara. Telecom tariff. Okay, telecom tariff hike due to inflation, rising costs, says Minister. Tax reform bill, TUC suggests areas for review. China pledges to continue supporting WHO after US exit move. Trump policies may weaken Naira, worsen Naira's debt servicing costs. These are the trending ones from today's Daily Independent.
Right from this day, on this day we have, this day is 30 today, congratulations to them. Bagudu, Tinubu stirring economy in right direction, determined to stay course. Writers says petroleum, solid minerals, creative industry sectors, tax to unlock potential. Explains how tax reform bill's passage will achieve 18% revenue to GDP target. President's reforms will reset Nigeria, says Governor Sani. Insists pains associated with federal government's policies temporary. We'll have Akume. We have prosecuted, convicted over 100 terrorist financiers in 2 years. Tinubu to Ogoni leaders, we can't heal past wounds if we continue to be angry. Writers say direct NSA Ribadu to coordinate inclusive negotiations with them. Says his government will prioritize peace, justice, sustainable development in the land. These are the trending stories from this day.
Okay, before we get back to the analysts, let's take a quick look at the Guardian. Metering gap, over 7 million unestimated billings despite 1.5 trillion naira intervention, free supply. FG confirms anthrax outbreak in Zamfara, urges heightened vigilance. Nigeria risks empty hospitals over workers' exit. CMDs tell reps. Tinubu meets Ogoni leaders as CSOs fault fresh oil exploration bid. Over 100 terrorist financiers convicted in 2 years, Tinubu reveals. WHO regrets U.S. withdrawal, anticipates review amid a global health uncertainty. Okay, back to the analysts in the studio. We have too many to talk about.
Okay, yes.
But we'll start from somewhere.
We really have too many to talk about. The papers today are really loaded. But let me take this story. Our hospitals will soon be empty of doctors, nurses, CMD lament. Of course, the hospitals are already being empty of these professionals. It still boils down to the Japa syndrome we're talking about. If something urgent is not done, our hospitals continue to be empty. I've said it sometime in this program that I'm not against Japa. There was the kind of Japa we were doing in those days. You go there to acquire knowledge, to acquire skills, you come back to impart those skills, because when you come back to impart those skills, you have where to impart it, you are sure of fat pay. But these days, when you cannot feed your children, when you cannot take care of basic responsibilities, and there's opportunity for you to leave the shores of the country, I will not prevent anybody from doing that. We are talking about the hospitals being empty of these professionals. What about our universities and other sectors? And record the prolonged university-based union strike of 2022. At the end of that strike, the data show that many lecturers, many non-teaching staff, they have left the shores of the country in search of greener pastures. So when this set of brains keep on living, who are going to take care of our children, who are going to be the brain to impart knowledge on our children? So something urgent must be done to reduce this Japa syndrome. When government will be doing the workers' union promise and fail, it's not good for the system. When government will refuse to implement agreements it willingly entered into with the workers' union, with the university-based union. I'm talking about university because I'm passionate about that, because that's where I belong to. And when these agreements are not kept, it kills morale. It affects productivity. When your take-home pay can no longer take you pay, it affects the output of whatever you are going to do. So salaries are not paid as and when due, allowances are not paid as and when due, on fulfilled promises here and there. So the Japa syndrome will continue. This thing has to be addressed holistically. I advocate for National Summit on Education to, brainstorm, bring up, call the relevant stakeholders. Let us discuss on how to put this issue to an end. So I'm not against anybody doing Japa, because you cannot fold your arms and go and aromas.
From Tribune, it captures it thus: 2025 budget, health workers living in droves, and then federal hospitals may be empty in the next 2 years, says Luth CMD. Okay?
Okay. Just banye aja n'ihe nwanne m nwoke kwu. A na-ekwu na ụlọ ọgwụ na-agwụ agwụ. Enwelu headline na-ekwu na enwego cases of anthrax.
Yes.
Na Zamfara.
Yes.
Ndị na-afụ maka arụike na-agbasịsị. A na-enwekwali ọya ọfụ ga-amalite enidilo ụlọ ọgwụ na ndị akasiri ike n'ihe gbasara arụike inekwata ndị. So ifu na ọlụdolo ndị ọchịchị ihe a ga-eme ozigbo ọ bụrụ nketela aka nyọ nke anyị emegoro kike ịgbachi ihe na-akwado ime ka ahụ bụ ofu. Ị na-anya n'ebe nke ọzọ na official price of fuel have risen to 990 in Abuja and 950 in Lagos. Nke a na-ekwu na gịnị na price of petrol will go up, the pump price will soon go up very soon. Ya bụ ihe niile ga-etinyekwa ego second round na nke anọ na ya bụ management ọ bụla ha na-eme. So ihe ndị a bụ ihe chegolo anyị n'iru nke kịta. Kedu ihe na-eme nke kịta ya ekwuo nke echi? So n'onye bụ ajụjụ a na-ajụ, maka na ihe ụfọdụ ihe ndị a ji eme bụ ka ebido n'oge gbachibe. Kedu ihe ndị na-achị mana local gọọmenti o mana steeti o mana federal gọọmenti ka na atụmatụ ha ji kịta iji chekwa ndị mmadụ against the ihe ga-apụta n'ihe ndị a ka nkwadobe gọọmenti dị maka containment issues. Now onwe ekwu maka Nigeria Railway Corporation access hele na Kano workers dey strike nka me. Now a na-ekwu okwu improving transportation services in the country, and onye ọbụla mana all over the world are the most efficient means of moving goods and services. Fastest across the length and breadth of every economy is railway. Is one of the cheapest. And you not drive the cost of most of the services and goods in the country with the cost of transportation. It takes up more than 30% of the cost. So now, n'ime ka access nke enwe ka a na-ele eleze ha eweli eme gịnị ebe other economies na-esi ọnwụ na roll out better transport means, autonomous transport means, and so on and so forth. Nwa nke ochie enwelu ekwere arụ ọrụ ka a na scrap zinele ikekwa na ndị gori ego bụ ka ha lee the railway a scrap maka na igwe galazili ọnụ ihe na ha afụ n'ilufu how based on. So ifu na ha akwa ya bụ ụfọdụ nwa m ihe na-esi anya asị kene ihe ka nọ n'obodo eme nekwa anya na headline nkọkwu na the policy trust Trump na-take up. We have worsened the situation of Nigeria in repaying their debts, in maintaining their debts, and so on and so forth. That will also make Naira fall again. So all these headlines are portending woes for the economy. Kedu gọọmenti na-eme kedu ihe anyị nwa onwe anyị ga-eme iji wee nwee ike ichekwa onwe anyị n'ihe ndị agaji ime maka ọ gaghị ime nke ahụ eziokwu. So ifu kịta ka ọ dịlụ ndị fọrọ afọ n'obodo kịta ka ọ dịlụ onye ọbụla ma ndị nkụzi ma ndị researchers esi ihe gbasara ntrasa what are the local alternatives ke nutritional options kedu physical or physiological options ndị na-akọ ugbo kedu ihe nchekwa onwe anyị eme dọla na-adagodo anya ejiro dọla dọla na-aligodo against naira ọ bụrụ dọla ka anyị eji ego gari anyị dọla na-aligodo gari nwere ike na-ada. There are ways to do that. There's a time, this is the time we go away from conventional economics. We can better, after all, na mgbe China na onwe ha ji aka ha chi devalue ego ha. All the countries still in the US had developed an ego, but Trump no ọchịchị. China chọrọ develop ji aka ha na onwe ha. IMF na World Bank na ayo Nigeria ha devalue ego ha na-esi ọnwụ to show it up. An economy jizi aka ha na-achọ ka ha devalue ego ha. Other World Trade Organization na-etingu ha devalue ya. US na-etingu ha devalue. Ozugbo ha devalue ozugbo ha na US nwere issue achọwa ways to push out their products and services out of their own economy because it is sending most of their businesses out of business because they are productive. So are we productive enough in this country? As individuals, as private businesses, as government establishments, are we productive enough? But not only productive enough, Nigeria will have more than enough resources to feed itself, house itself, clothe itself, heal itself, or cure itself from ailments in our year. Before I say, hey, and don't go why I don't want you will make a money. So, no, not to India. Kai change high game with your highway. We have more than enough. We have the required biodiversity, we have the mineral resources to contain whatever is or protect ourselves from within the global world. But kedu ihe a leaders na-eme ha na-ene anya na nke dị easy nke ya amanya ka onye n'ọnụ ozugbo wee na-ayọ ka ọrụ ọma gọvanọ anyị soro udobidogo n'ihe gbasara ụzọ ka ọ gbatịpụkwa aka ihe ndị a na-emegasị anya tinye n'ihe na productivity. Let our youth, if we have crime and criminality, especially about the youth, how do we engage them positively to see profitability in being productive in basic agriculture or agro-business and other things they can do on their own? Okay, create here. This innovation clusters governor in a TNC ko extend any have just technological or technology based or computer based or only those advanced. We can bring it down to simple agricultural technology, craft technology, and all those things. People on their own without much support. Then government abroad the actual off-taker. Can even subsidize the cost of the products before taken to the shelf. That way, you get them active, create a parallel economy to them, and then start dress with our buying locally, in a go patronize no sinana nana person. Make sure that this permeates every aspect of the economy. Can do self, sustainable on our own as a state, and then Nigeria probably can emulate Anambra State.
All right, thank you very much. Let's welcome this caller. Hello. Good morning.
I could get a cooking back from my son who I try come better.
Oh, you're busy. Oh, I'm not going to go on. I'm not yoga better.
Then I said, no, and there's on a canal.
Okay, who are you walk up for Kadaba?
I'm better than leader.
What will you go time?
Yeah. Eventually, it's on one balloon in this same day. Like health workers.
Yes.
What can only have no from after concert? The more I have to run is just Java and Arrow. But the government, I will have to come in the health workers for a quarter. Because I want to have the body I could see the needful. What I just were now budget could also attract our license. So Anambra, your government, approve to handle, approve what made, and how I don't know politics. China hate, have to colonize Nigeria made instead of going to London, India for treatment. Upon me, fact, and in China, to then how long I don't get workers. I have channels and turn them to the so Hanyaka politicians, if you are sick, go to the hospital that is constituent. Then allow to go down. Only in our there, put where in order. If they don't have enough equipment, buy equipment for them. It will help them. They are arena outside a practice their license. Secondly, I don't know one now. These people we are suffering about these people because among non-health workers, we are suffering by 8 o'clock and in office. How many hours in a day? If it has been a bed of shows, not come as I know. If it has been meet the minimum wage, 8,000 paying minimum wage, or something which is not a minimum wage. I'm not going to come
Eba eze shoto mo keke ejaba. Oh, it's good for your health. They are good exercise.
Hello.
Ina anyokwa no ye keke mo feeling ke je.
Hello, good morning.
All the one.
Okay, for you,
No, fine.
I think the headline of the this morning, the president will be $1 trillion. Whatever. You know, democracy can have a future.
Yes, sir.
If we go to see what people see the whatever, if you have a concrete, I will put it down. But our bullshit, $1 something trillion of revenue.
Akatampono.
So it's a can you put it down handy? Can you break your no what from I want to na street free here na proof from my own calculation of 60% of Nigerian on our go or even not more than 12. So can you break that so you're not go up because you could see behind India.
Okay.
Yeah? Everyone go ahead.
You've made your Thank you, Kaina and Daily Trust. EU, UN kick as Trump pulls US out of WHO Paris Agreement. FG approves new polytechnic, names it after Tinubu. Government kills 7 traders in Yobe Market, 3 attackers gunned down. Okay, we've taken care of the Jabba syndrome, but we still have some riders to this one. Judges, military more favored. That's from NMA. 16,000 doctors left Nigeria in 5 years. That's about the Jabba. Abuja Kaduna Road awarded to InfoWest, not InfoQuest. That's from the minister. These are the trending ones from Daily Trust.
From The Guardian, we have...
well, we've taken care of Guardian, just tribute.
Okay, from Nigerian Tribune, Tinubu to Ogoni leaders, forget historical grievances, reconcile. Direct NSA to coordinate negotiations, asks ministers, NNPCL, Rivers government to cooperate with NSA. Federal government alerts Nigerians on anthrax outbreak in Zamfara. Vandals behind Boguma wellhead fire coming from NNPCL. Ekiti Airport ready for commercial operations coming from Kayemo. Airport, one of the gains of continuity coming from Oyebanji. Senate insists on census this year, decries lack of exercise in 19 years. Tinubu has moved the economy in right direction, determined to stay the course coming from Bagudu. NLC expresses outrage over federal government's proposed 8 billion naira electricity sensitization bill payment. 2025 budget. Health workers living in droves. CMDs. Coming from CMDs. And then finally from the Nigerian Tribune, CBN predicts 4.17% GDP growth in 2025.
All right, back to the analysts. Odoguna Arian.
Well, there's a trending news here in almost all the papers. The new man at the helm of affairs in the United States of America. In Nigeria, there's this story here that his policy may affect our economy. You know, it may weaken our naira. Then elsewhere, he has signed so many executive orders. United States to pull out of World Health Organization and the Paris Club agreement and the other things. I think the man is really shaking the world. I'm neither here nor there. I'm not really that enthusiastic about the whole thing because I believe in rule of law. Whatever you are doing, follow the law of the land. The immigrants are crying, both legal and illegal. Certain rights will be denied, citizenship by birth. There will now be a long process, you know, if a foreigner you give birth there, it's not going to be business as usual. The borders will be manned as if it was unmanned before. Many people will be deported. So I advise the old man to actually tune it down a bit so that you get your ass, you know, together. You know actually what you are pursuing, because one thing with leaders who want to make change, who are enthusiastic, is that in the course of that enthusiasm, you make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you may also go into human rights violation. So it's not easy to who to start clapping or to start celebrating in the United States. And why are we talking about the United States? Because the policy there has a way of affecting the policy all over the world. Even here in Nigeria, we know that one of the things that sustain this economy is diaspora remittance. And that diaspora remittance, the bulk of that diaspora remittance comes from the United States. Then from Europe, it comes from Asia, but the bulk comes from the United States of America. And even in the last year, Unitide, you can easily see the effect of that diaspora remittance. You know, most of the places that social function took place, and we are mainly from people from diaspora. School fees of some dependents we are paid, bursary, you know, private bursaries we are awarded, palliatives were shared, mainly from people from diaspora. We here, we are benefiting from that, you know, income. You may have one or two family members there, and when this diaspora remittance comes, it affects you in one way or the other. So it's one of the things that actually the experts have analyzed it, that it's one of the things that, you know, moves our economy. So because of that, we should be interested in who is at the helm of affairs there, and should offer, you know, advice where necessary and to criticize where necessary. So what I'm saying in effect is that the new government in the United States of America, people should watch. Europe is shaking, the Asia is shaking. So I don't know, nobody is spared, because there seems some irrationality in some of the things that the man we want to do. We're not trying to write anybody off. He may mean good, but in trying to pursue these policies, then a lot of things, one or two things may go wrong.
All
so
right.
that's what I want to say.
Maybe Jose is here will want to align with you or have a different view.
Definitely. Asị na ọnọdụ ga-adịrị ebe mma ana nke a bụrụ anyị ka ntagha mbụ maka na ihe dị na ya bụ na kedu ihe gbasara m na moto onye ama echidara n'ugwu onye ama ihu mmadụ na-eru eziokwu na o nwere ike ihu onye maala ma ọ bụ otu esi emeta dịka nwanne nwoke si wee kwu mana ihe dị na ya bụ na ọ bụrụ na be anyị dị mma kedu ndị be anyị na-achọba onye ọzọ the earlier fix be anyị the more fast akwụsịrị ịkpa ya anyị maka ọ bụrụ na dozie bie anyị nwere more resources than ndị na-akpali anyị kedu mgbe anyị na-akpali onwe anyị leadership emeji anyị ji criticize Trump ka anyị were criticize our leaders kita ka Senate nation we must do census this year meaning what
After is it
19
years?
kedu otu so ọbụla akọ ọ bụrụ na census ndị eme before the right and they are doing what they should do, death rates, keeping the necessary books. Because all population census are the basis for most of the planning. So it means our government have been planning based on imagined numbers. And that's probably why part of why so many things are going wrong. So ime negodo anya emechoro wetu ije kwuo okwu onye na-emetegodo nke ha the Americans discuss I man onwe ndo ya badaba nwe ndo dabara.
Yes.
Mana let it be their business mostly. Let our energy go to our own leaders here. Ngwa nendo ogoniketa anu maka ha na ebeneti maka na ebulu onye ọzọ duka ebulu onye ọzọ duka ebukwu nku ma ebute nke nwada onye jie ma onu n'aka. Injustice ha na-ekwu eme ha ọ na ha da afụ the same injustice ka a na-eme ndị ọzọ ha ekwuda gịnị asị ndị ogoni. Maka ọ bụrụ na ọ bụrụ sọ ndị ogoni na-ekwu maka injustice ndị ogoni na everybody in Nigeria, every tribe in Nigeria, every group, every nationality or every sector within the country raised their voice in unity when that injustice was being done. I don't think it would have still remained unaddressed up till now.
Yes.
But Ndị lose even much more than the Ogonis in Nigeria, and nobody has really wanted to talk about it up to today. Enwe nke ka na-agali on na achọrọ m ịkpa afa maka atụ inu ngilike egete
onye yiri amalo
etago so ihe dị ya bụ na emewe onye ọzọ kwuo okwu emewe onye ọzọ ekwunye elu ọ ihe mmụta dị na ya anyị agbazina nkịtị mgbe the wrong thing na-aga on.
Okay, that's our takeaway on today's press review. Ana-eme onye ọzọ ị-na-ekwu, ana-emekwana gị ị-na-ekwu, ana-eme gị ndị ọzọ ana-ekwu, anyị ana-ekwu with one voice. We want to thank you for coming. Anambra Chukwueze, senior lecturer, Anambra University. Ezumezu, ndị Igbo ga-alụ gị nọ ya like that.
And also to Comrade Bonnie Ozonkwako. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm Roy Kunife. Let's meet again by 9 when we'll be talking about Agune Chamber Security Outfit and Operation Udogachi. You need to join us to be in the know because you need to internalize all aspects of the security outfit.
My name is Uche Chukwu Ibonam, the Binary Nofuma.